All right, caffeinated and ready to go. Welcome everybody to the new digs. Yes, I'm finally moved in, but there's so much work still to do. As you notice, there's no fragrances up on the shelf. I've got boxes upon boxes of fragrances that I still need to get shelved up. I need to get put up somewhere. I know I haven't been putting out as much content lately as I usually do, but we're almost there, guys. Almost there. But just because I haven't been putting out content doesn't mean I haven't been picking up fragrances. So what I want to do today is kind of do a haul video, even though I've worn all these fragrances. But I've got 7 new fragrances that I want to share with you. Some of them I really stinking enjoy, and a couple of them are nah. So I'm not going to talk your ear off. Let's just go ahead and get into it. So stay tuned. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? I hope each and every one of you are doing fantastic today, and welcome back to My2Scents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. Before we get into this haul video, semi-haul video, whatever you want to call it, I want to take a quick second and remind everybody that Scentexplore is only a few weeks away. And I'm super pumped up because there's going to be so many awesome fragrance brands there. And I look forward to meeting each and every one of my subscribers if humanly possible. If you haven't purchased your tickets yet, well, there's a link down below. Go ahead and click it. And it's just that easy. Even though there's going to be so many amazing fragrance brands there, what I'm looking forward to the most is meeting you. So if you can make it, you know what to do. Click the link and I'll see you there. All right, so I've missed saying this, so I'm going to say it. Let's go ahead and get into today's whiffs and sniffs. I got quite a few new releases here, and I got some really good fragrances, and I got some that are like, yeah. But the first one I want to share with you comes from the house of Roja Dove. A brand new release from Roja Dove, and this is Manhattan Eau de Parfum. Not going to go too much over the box presentation with you, but this is the bottle. It sits nice firmly inside the bottom there. It's beautiful looking bottle, and I'm really glad that Roja decided to do an eau de parfum version because the parfum was stinking expensive and it didn't stick around for very long. I do believe it's discontinued. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it was like $1,000. This is $380 bucks. But I did see on Roja's website they actually kind of discontinued this one for a little while. They shelved it. They said it's going to be back, but who knows. But $380 for an eau de parfum Roja is pretty stinking good. I did use Greta Best 10% off discount code. I don't know if it's still good, but it's Greta 10. I'll leave it at the bottom of the screen. I'll leave it linked down below. So I actually got this for about $330. Now, you get that usual beautiful Roja Parfums atomizer. Now, with Roja Parfums atomizers, I do spray a little bit heavier with this, but what does it smell like? Well, you get a lot of heliotrope, almost this creamy almond, slight citrus up top. There's also a touch of a boozy quality to it as well. But the main characteristic in this, the main ingredient, the big player, tobacco. Lots of beautiful pipe tobacco, and it almost kind of gives me that like tobacco vanille vibes. Like the tobacco in it kind of reminds me of tobacco vanille. Now, it doesn't smell exactly like tobacco vanille, but it gives me those vibes. Now it does stay quite creamy, but it gets more into a little bit of this like powdery tobacco. Not a smoky tobacco, definitely on the sweeter side. I believe there's also benzoin in here, that iconic Roja Parfums of benzoin. Adds a nice kind of spiciness and adds a little bit of that powdery quality as it dries down. Now longevity, I get really good longevity out of this. I'm talking 8 to 10 hours, especially if you spray it on your clothes. As you know, I do. But this is an attention grabber. I've gotten a lot of attention from this. A lot of people are like, man, you smell really stinking good, man. Like, you smell freaking awesome. Not the loudest in projection. It does sit closer to the skin after the first hour and a half or so, but I really enjoy this fragrance. Now, if you already own Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford, this might be a little redundant. I'm not saying it smells exactly like it. I'm not saying it smells anything like it. It just kind of gives me those vibes. It's not as spicy, but the tobacco is really what captures that scent memory for me. But for $380 for 100 ml for a Roja, I actually think that's pretty good. I was expecting this to be more around like $550, $600. I'm actually going to rate all of these because some of them definitely are better than others. I'm going to give Manhattan Eau de Parfum 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a really good fragrance. A little pricey, but I think it's really good. So next up, this one has been hyped a lot. I've seen a lot of reviews on it. My buddy Fred's Frags and Things sells this fragrance. I did not pick it up from him. I got it at fragrancebuy.ca, but it is Stronger With You Oud. Again, not going to go over the full box presentation because you guys have probably already seen full reviews of this. And if not, let me know if you want to see full reviews of any of these fragrances that I'm talking about. But as you know, like, I try to give you a full review out of all these top 10, 7, whatever lists. Here's the bottle. I really like the bottle. I definitely dig it. Now, atomizer, great. And now my apartment's going to smell amazing. It's going to smell like a smishmortion of awesome. Stronger With You Oud. What do I think about this? Okay. It's a designer oud fragrance. Definitely don't feel like they're using a natural oud in this. I feel like it's a little bit more of that synthetic oud, which is completely fine. I mean, it doesn't smell overly synthetic, but this kind of falls in the territory of like Hugo Boss bottled oud. I'm not saying it smells like that, but the way that they utilize the oud in it with the other ingredients kind of just gives me that designer oud type of fragrance. Still get the chestnut in there. It's got that sweetness. You get that oud, but it's almost kind of like a rubbery oud, almost like a latex glove. And I'm not trying to say that in a bad way. It's just a little synthetic to my nose. Let me know what you think if you tried it, if you love it. Cool, awesome, to each their own. There's a lot of sweetness to it, but it's not going to be as sweet as like Stronger With You or Stronger With You Absolutely or Stronger With You Intensely. This is a little dumbed down on the sweetness, but I really love, I don't even know if it's in here, but I love the spicy incense quality to it. I actually was wearing this at work one day and this guy came up to me and goes, "What's that smell?" It smells like I'm at a spa, like a Middle Eastern spa. I'm like, well, I've never been to a Middle Eastern spa, but it's probably my fragrance. It's got a nice spicy quality to it. It has a touch of a smokiness to it, but not much. And I don't think everybody's going to detect that. The oud sticks around for some time, but really what you're getting is that original DNA. As it starts drying down, it really becomes just like Stronger With You, I would say Intensely or Absolutely. Not as much as the Stronger With You, the original. I like this fragrance. It's got great longevity, has really good projection within the first couple hours. For a designer oud fragrance, I think it's really good. But what do I rate it? I actually, out of all of the ones that I've picked up that you're going to see, this is my least favorite. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I actually like Stronger With You Absolutely a lot better than this one. I love that boozy note in it. This one, the oud, again, it's synthetic and it's very designer-esque. Still a good fragrance, but it gets a 6.5 out of 10. So this next one comes from a house I've never actually heard of. It's out of Chicago. And the house is Zernell Gillie. And it's called Disco. I picked this up off a Lucky Scent. Why? Because I was very intrigued by the story behind it. And I just, the fragrance notes kind of stuck to me as well. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds really good. And it's also quite affordable. Now, a 30 ml is, I think, $95. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus. There we go. $95 for a 30 ml. I believe it's an eau de parfum concentration. It does have a magnetic cap, so that's always nice. Really nice atomizer. It's not pressurized or anything, but distributes quite nicely. Now, what I get out of this, it's a niche brand, but this is a very designer-forward fragrance. It smells very designer, but at a niche quality. It's not like they were reinventing the wheel with this, but I really enjoy it. You get a really nice citrusy opening, probably some bergamot, maybe a touch of lemon or grapefruit in there as well. But you're also gonna get this really nice benzoin, some amber, you get tobacco, and tonka bean. I mean, the tonka in this is quite powdery. Now, it does kind of remind me of like a clubbing fragrance, like something I would wear if I was gonna go to a disco. It's got a really nice sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet. It's quite unisex in my opinion. It's a quite sexy fragrance. You can definitely tell that they're using high quality ingredients in it, and it's not harsh in any way. It's very well blended, and I like it. Got really good projection within the first couple hours. Not the longest lasting fragrance, hence why it could be a great clubbing fragrance, something you spray on before you go out, or something you would wear to, going out on a date, or just, going out to dinner, hanging out with friends. It's inoffensive and completely mass appealing. But yeah, I'm excited to, check out more from Zernell Gillie out of Chicago. But Disco, $95, 30 ml. I think this is a great pickup. Now, what would I rate this? 7 out of 10. So it gets a little bit higher rating than Stronger With You Oud. I really like this scent profile. It's something different, but it's also something that brings back memories. Next one we're going to be talking about, I have mentioned this in my most recent video. Yes, I know, it was like 2 weeks ago. My apologies, guys. I've been moving and shaking, trying to get everything back in order, but it comes from Theodoros Alluring, and this one is Alluring Fig. You can't really see that, so who cares about the box? Here's the bottle. Alluring Fig. Now, I've talked about Coffee Addict, but I also mentioned that I really, really, really like Alluring Fig. Now, I picked this up from Fred's Frags and things. Man, if you like fig fragrances, this is one of the most realistic fig fragrances I've tried. I mean, I've got a ton of them, but this one right here is, man, it's stinking good. It's an eau de parfum concentration. Good atomizer. Not great, but good atomizer. And if you are interested in anything from Theodoros Alluring, I will leave Fred's Instagram down below. You can go give him a shout, see if he's got any, because they're actually very affordable. What does this smell like? It smells exactly like a fig. It smells like the fruitiness of a fig. You get a slight sweetness, but you're getting that green aspect, that kind of stemminess from it as well. This is truly a green fig fragrance. Lots of green notes flowing through it, almost like leafy green notes, almost grassy green notes, but you have this nice woody backbone to it. Kind of like you're shaking a fig tree, to be honest. Like, it is super realistic, and I love it. Long-lasting fragrance as well. I mean, this thing sticks around, and that fig note sticks with you like almost the entirety of the fragrance. It is a little polarizing in that way, and that's kind of what I've come to find with Theodoros Alluring, is that whatever the name of the fragrance is, if it's Coffee Addict or Fig, Alluring Fig, he is really trying to represent that note, the fig, the coffee. I'm sure Tobacco Maniac is the same way. It's probably very tobacco forward from top to bottom. And that's what Alluring Fig is. Green, juicy, ripe fig. Projection, really good within the first hour and a half, 2 hours. Sits a little bit closer to the skin, but it sticks with you. Well, at least it does for me. Let me know if you've tried anything from Theodoros Alluring. My rating on Alluring Fig is, this is an 8 out of 10. I think this is a beautiful fragrance. I love figs. In fact, I'm working on the new cocktail menu for our fall cocktail menu at work, and I'm definitely putting a fig cocktail on. This inspired me to do so. Awesome fragrance. Stinking good. Next up, we got a new one, the newest one from Dixit Zak, and this is Anbar. Now, the reason I picked this up is, first of all, I love Dixit Zak. They're out of India. I think they're brilliant perfumers, and they use really high quality ingredients. Now, they have some oud fragrances and certain fragrances that are like 30 mLs for like $250, $290. They're expensive. Well, this, my friends, I got from a Lucky Scent, 100 ml for $140. That is a really good price. Beautiful presentation. I mean, it's such a gorgeous bottle. I love how all their bottles are different, and this is gorgeous. Now, the cap is plastic, but you do get a really good atomizer. So here's what I get out of it. Get a lot of vanilla up top and this beautiful ylang-ylang. I love that combo. It's very unisex. Now, could lean a little feminine, especially right off the bat, but it starts drying down into this gorgeous sandalwood further into it that gives it a more masculine feel. But there's also a really nice citrus up top. Lemon, bergamot, I believe. Then there's also this beautiful labdanum, giving it a nice leathery feel. More like a suede leather than any kind of rough and tumbled, vintage leather. Nice floral heart. You're getting some rose. I believe there's some prunes in this as well. Black currant. And of course, like I said, that sandalwood. And the sandalwood is gorgeous. If you have not followed Dixit and Zak on Instagram, I suggest you do so. They really like to show where they get their ingredients from, the journey that it takes to get those ingredients. Full dry down, you get some olibanum, nice incensey quality. You're getting some tonka bean, some benzoin, some amber. You get this really nice resinous myrrh. It's a gorgeous fragrance, gorgeous. Now, not the biggest projector. Just gonna be honest there. I kind of lose it, the projection within the first hour. But it's a really nice skin scent. I actually have gotten compliments after, a few hours of wearing this, and I couldn't really smell it anymore. I don't know exactly what's in it that's causing me to go nose blind or, anosmic to it, but it does grab attention. And one day after work, I had sprayed this on my work vest, and I could still smell it. I took my vest off. I was like, oh man. And that's after 8-9 hours of being at work. But it sits quite close to any kind of, surface that it touches, whether it's your skin or your clothes, whatever. But overall scent quality, immaculate. Beautiful, beautiful scent through and through. I love the way it transitions because it starts out like I said, a little feminine, and then it starts drying down and becomes a little bit more masculine, and becomes a little bit more just unisex once it fully dries down. So it's got this nice transition to it. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. Beautiful fragrance, definitely worth $140 for 100 ml. Niche quality, extremely high quality. You can smell the quality. So if you're interested, it's at Lucky Scent. Go check it out. I suggest checking out anything from Dixit and Zak. Freaking amazing fragrance house out of India. Next one, brand new release. Everybody's been talking about it, and a lot of people dislike the original, and it's Hermes H24 Eau de Parfum. Now, Ross, if you were watching this, I apologize. I'm putting a decant in the mail ASAP for you. I know I was going to send this to you like a week ago, but I boxed it up, and I don't even know where my decants are. As soon as I find those, I'm going to send you a decant, and we're going to go live. I do apologize. Or maybe I should just message you. You probably don't watch my videos. Yeah, I'm going to message you. Unlike most of the reviewers out there and a lot of people out there, I liked H24 Eau de Toilette. Well, they don't really go ham on the new packaging, the new bottle. It pretty much looks exactly like the old one. It's hard to see here. Sorry. Well, whatever. It pretty much looks exactly like the old bottle. But I really like this one. I like it a lot more than the original, and I like the original. This definitely has a bunch of citrus up top, and I get like almost like a bergamot or a lime citrus up top. Now, it's not in the notes, but it's got to be there, because I totally got it from the Eau de Toilette. I definitely get it from this one. That nice citrus quality blends really well with clary sage. Now, that clary sage adds that very masculine feel to it, adds a nice soapiness to it, a nice floral soapy quality. You also get, I think it's scarline, something like that. I don't know. It's something along those lines. It is a synthetic note that they utilized in the Eau de Toilette to give it almost a metallic dry cleaner smell. Now that is in here, but it's dumbed down. You still get it, but it's not as predominant. This is definitely a very fresh and clean fragrance, and very long lasting. This is something that I enjoy wearing to work because you just smell fresh, super clean. This, out of all these fragrances except my last one, have garnered me the most compliments. Again, do I care? No. But the day that I wore this, everybody was like, damn, man, you smell good. You smell really good. Like, you just smell fresh and clean. You smell like you just hopped out of the shower. And that's how I smelled all day for my entire shift. So performance, projection, great. I really, 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 really like the scent profile of this one over the Eau de Toilette. So if you didn't like the Eau de Toilette, I suggest checking this one out. See if you can't find a sample or a decant. See if you can't go to your local Sephora. But yeah, I got this when I was in Austin, Texas, and man, I've thoroughly enjoyed wearing it. I think it's really good. For all you out there who don't like it, don't hate me. We all have different noses, we all have different body types, we all have different skin types, so therefore, you know, to each their own. But H24 in my books, I think this is an 8 out of 10. I think this is a gorgeous fragrance. I really enjoy it. If you want to smell fresh, you want to smell clean, you want to smell masculine, definitely check it out. Okay, last but not least is my favorite pickup as of late. All right, I got a dabber of this whenever I picked up Manhattan. And it's, again, coming from Roja Parfums, and this one is Burlington 1819. As soon as I smelled it, I fell in love, head over heels. Love the presentation. It sits in the box a little bit different. Sits, you know, sit backwards a little bit. Again, this is not cheap. This was $380, but I hopped on board whenever Lucky Scent did the friends and family, so I got this for 15% off. So I got it right around close to like $320, maybe $315, I think. Love this bottle. I know if you guys follow Ross's channel, you know that he loves this fragrance as well. So what do I like about this fragrance so much? It's super masculine. It is a great signature scent. It's got so much going on. The note breakdown is humongous, but I love the citrus opening. And the citrus opening is so bright, it's juicy, it's, oh my God, it's just like squeezing grapefruits right in your face. Don't recommend squeezing grapefruits right in your face. It hurts like a bitch. But it's not just that citrusy opening. You have some really nice green facets. I believe there's some galbanum in here. There's definitely some oak moss in here. And the one note that I haven't really heard people talk about that really comes off my skin is the tobacco. I would actually say this is kind of a leathery tobacco fragrance. Now there is also that beautiful Roja Parfums benzoin in it. Oh, totally forgot to show you. I mean, it's got the same atomizer as every Roja Parfum. Beautiful presentation, great atomizer. The scent is freaking phenomenal. I've worn this a bunch over the last few weeks, and I stinking love it. Great performance, great projection, very long lasting on my skin, on my clothes. I love it. I love it. I love it. In fact, if you don't love it and you don't want to pick it up, please don't, because I will run through this bottle. That's how much I love it. In fact, it's going to be my scent of the day. And yeah, with Roja atomizers, I go ham, man. Because they're so fine of a mist that you can just bathe in it and it feel amazing. Oh my God, I just love it, man. It's got creaminess to it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Anyways, I'm not going to sit here and just keep drooling over this fragrance. What would I rate this fragrance? This, to me, is a 9 out of 10. This is a banger. And for all you Roja haters out there, go ahead. I don't care. If you haven't smelled this fragrance, find a sample or decant. See for yourself. But I stinking love it. But that's it, guys. So these are 7 fragrances that I have picked up over the last few weeks. I got some more coming. I just set up my P.O. box today so I can actually get more fragrances. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know if you have picked up any new fragrances lately. Let me know what you think of my, most recent hauls. But that's it. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. I got to get ready for work. But if you enjoyed today's content, then do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new place. I know I need to get my fragrances up, and I will be putting more content out. I will be leaving for Pittsburgh after work tonight, so you will see me meeting Pete Nation and Alan from Fragrance Fight Night in Pittsburgh. So stay tuned. But always remember, you're stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.